would say most of us have heard of angel numbers. Don't you think, Jaime? Or is this like a kind of a foreign concept to some people?
Well, I think all of the fairies that we hang out are like, yes, but it's possible. Maybe our husbands are like, what?
Yeah, we're always like,
this is
honey.
Codes in the Matrix, okay?
Hi everyone, this was supposed to be a mini episode. It did turn into a macro episode, so we hope you enjoy it, and listen, angel numbers are coming your way.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes.
You can see who you are.
Yoga is one of the oldest forms of healing therapy.
The important thing is that you go at your own pace.
We really live up to our name, two Blonde Yogis. We've had a little hiatus for a few days because technological issues. We don't know.
Mercury's in retrograde. What are we supposed to do?
It's a struggle, but we are here because we love it. We love you, and we loved figuring this out together. But we were just on the phone working on something, and then we just realized that it wasn't turned on. So there you go. So if you're having
I can't tell you which blonde is responsible for that.
We both were supporting each other. We're like holding each side of the ladder, but like no one's on the ladder. We're like, we're doing it. So if you're having a hard day today, just know you're not alone. We're here with you.
No.
And speaking of hard days, sometimes you see a sign during a hard day and it can like really turn your day around. And so we wanted to kind of just bring up the concept yet again. I know we've talked about it before, but we wanted to talk about angel numbers and like, what are they? What do they mean? Where do they come from? Like, what's the root of an angel number? Because I'm sure like, I would say most of us have heard of angel numbers. Don't you think, Jaime? Or is this like a kind of a foreign concept to some people?
Well, I think all of the fairies that we hang out are like, yes, but it's possible. Maybe our husbands are like, what?
Yeah, we're always like,
this is
honey.
Codes in the Matrix, okay? Like computer programming, like the 1100001111 that make up the Matrix. This is like the input from the angels in the great algorithm of Sky, Daddy, Mother Earth. Does that translate?
It translated to me. I was eating that up like a baby food. Wait.
Ew.
It's just like you absorb it. No,
I actually have this setting on my blender that makes baby food, and I love it. I just love squishy, warm, like sweet potatoes, and I'm like, this is weird, but I am the baby.
I feel like you would probably absorb it better. I'm like bad. I have to have like all the things. Like sometimes like porridge to me, I'm like, oh, why would I eat porridge? It's just gruel. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
There I was hanging out with the three little bears, and they're like, you want some porridge?
I'd be like, no.
Anyways.
Where is the hamburger? Vegetarian. Okay, so I did want to talk about angel numbers because I thought that they're really cool. They're something that I feel like I notice all the time. And I remember I told, Jaime, what's the one that you see all the time in general?
Oh, I pay attention a lot to 222111, but my favorite is the 74047. That's like that's when I know like the universe is speaking to me.
That's like your beacon.
Yeah, and I have reasons why we can get into maybe, but I want to hear what you have to say about angel numbers. Like, where do they even start from? Like, where do they come from?
So they track back in the day. Like, numbers obviously have been around forever and ever and ever and ever. I think it was like 4000 BC was like when the Egyptians started to like make numbers and like wanted to be able to like control and like figure out, you know, counting and all of these things. But then Pythagoras, is like kind of the father of numerology, and he started kind of like bringing up the concept of patterns in the universe. And he's talking about how each number has its own vibration, it has its own color, its own sound, its own even like masculine and feminine energy. So each number is its own entity within its right. And he fully believed this. And so he started kind of like bringing in this concept of how like numbers rule the universe, and how they're so intertwining with our everyday. And I like how you even mentioned like the matrix. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like there's all of these numbers that are like ruling our inner and outer world all the time. And so there's this philosopher, Carl Jung, who I really, really love and respect. And he was talking about synchronicities. And so with synchronicities, it is, so many people write it off as coincidence. They're like, it's just coincidence. Like, what's even the big deal? But synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that occur in our daily life, right? So while we may be quick to write off coincidences as random, synchronicity sits in the belief that these encounters and connections are more than random. In fact, they're a pattern of consciousness that has something to do with the order of the universe. So Carl Jung is really trying to deep dive into like recognizing that these are, yes, we talk about them as like signs from our, spirit guides or signs from our angels, but really it's like the universe like collecting to try to like give us messages, and it's up to us, depending on the way that we interpret them, is like what they mean, right?
Okay, I like that. I also appreciate like Carl Jung's work. I think he kind of like put the labels in kind of a modern metaphysical science way, and he had the respect because he started off as kind of more in this field of science.
Yeah.
But I can't help but think of the Sri Yantra and yoga, and it's this shape that's radiating kind of all of these triangles, and I think I remember Pythagorean theory or triangle. I had like a lot of panic attacks in geometry. I blocked it out, but I think I remember who you're talking about. But the yogis, before all of this, were like saying that too. It's like this is this matrix, and it's essentially they take it back to the nod or the sound of creation, but sound creates a vibration, and it is this formulaic mathematical thing that's, I'm reading this book called The Womb Awakening, and it's talking about how everything is something is essentially coming from nothing. Like the creation of everything is this coming from this void, and from this spark, right? Like there's all these layers of the fabrics of reality, and even though it feels like chaos, it's so systematic. And it's like a big onion of realities, these layers. Who's thinking of Shrek? Me. Which millennial thought of, yeah, Donkey. Shrek was talking about the Matrix.
He's a brilliant
So I just love that connection of like, okay, here's kind of like we credit Carl Jung, we credit a lot of the thought process to even like freaking Mesopotamia, like this historic, people started to document it.
Yeah.
And yet the oldest thing that's been really recorded way before the freaking Bible is just this original concept of the Sri Yantra, which is what the yogis are talking about. So Google it. It's this beautiful shape.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. First, is his last name pronounced? How are you saying it?
Jung.
Okay, I've been saying
I think
it's
that's what it
Y-U-N-G.
is.
Okay, no, I'm just curious because I'm like, I've been saying Jung, you're young, because it's like Y-U-N-G, but you're saying Jung. Okay, guys, Carl Jung. That's how we say it.
Carl Jung. But maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I didn't even realize you were saying it differently.
Well, that's just so funny because
Two blondes.
No, because the way that you say guru, you're always like guru. And I'm like guru. But I love the way you say things, so I wanted to check because blonde.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
Carl's just like rolling his head. He's like, just call me Carl. Jeez.
Shit, Carl.
Carl G. Carl J. My last name. No, but I appreciate what you were saying because this is the other part of duality. It's like the matrix is coded and it's like laying out all of these list of rules or all of these things that apply and all of these facts. And yet, depending on my experience, I'm going to read it and I'm going to analyze it this way. And you're going to read it and you're going to analyze it this way. And it's like, it's supposedly a set pattern and a set sequence. And yet still, even when there are these set rules, we're all interpreting things in a very vast form. So that's what I also appreciate about the signs and the you know, like angel numbers and shapes, and we get to interpret things that the way that it suits, not even suits, but the way that it connects to our life. And so like you're saying 4747 is like one of the numbers that speaks to you. That doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, and it's like how awesome that you've created a code within your own life where you see that number and it's going to represent something to you. So I wanted to like go over the angel numbers, and this is like the blanket meaning of what they mean. And then I think once you start working with things a little bit more, then your intuition changes with the numbers, or it starts to like dig a little bit deeper into the roots of like what that could like transpire for you. And we sort of mentioned that with like signs and synchronicities, but yeah, I just wanted to like deep dives, because sometimes people are like, well, I know what 111 is, but maybe they see 999, but they just have never heard, you know, what it is. And so I wanted to just go over the angel numbers. So we have 111, which is intuition. So it means like trust your gut and listen to your heart. So if you see 111, the blanket explanation is like, great job, trust your gut, things are heading in the right direction, right?
That makes sense, because it's like one, like if you think of one, you're kind of on your own. So like trusting your intuition. Like it's, you know, this is the foundation, is your intuition.
It's almost like a thumbs up. 1-1. You're doing good, girlie. That's how I like to think of it. 1-1. And then there's 222, which is you are in the right place and the right time. Alignment is happening, right?
Okay.
333 is your spiritual guides are around you and they're sending you support and guidance. So if you see 333, it's like a hug from the universe. It's like, maybe you're going through something tough. Maybe you just did something that you weren't sure about, and the spirit guides are hugging you and they're like, you got it, girlie.
That makes sense, because 3, like you think of like the Holy Trinity. There's so many things where like 3 is a big thing. If the perfect triangle, that's not a triangle. Triangle, like the yoni, the shakti.
Yeah.
Wait, because okay, this is making sense, because 1 is you, your foundation. 2, you're on your journey, so right place, right time. And then 3 is like, not only are you in your right place, right time, you are being guided by the universe. It's a journey. Okay, I'm so excited. What's 4?
Okay.
4.
444 is protection. So the universe and your spirit guides are protecting you. So 333 is like you're being hugged. 444 is like, don't worry, we've got your back.
Okay.
I like 444. 4 is like very like sword, like here we are, the 4 points, we're like moving in our direction.
I think 4 is my, I think 4 is my life path. I think 4 is my life path number. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. Because I think
What's
of the 4 directions.
Number?
Oh, you haven't had your numerology done?
No.
Maybe talk to, I don't know if we're allowed to endorse Chat Daddy.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Find a real person to do it.
I have a person.
She's, there you go. Yeah, ask, because it's like I think 4 is my life path number. But they add up your birthday and then do some math with that. And then you have like compatibility numbers with your life path.
Cool.
But I think of 4 as, I like that it's protection, because 4 to me is like the 4 directions. So it's like the earth realm, like the fourth dimension. Well, like
North,
3D,
south,
4D.
east, west. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like the Mother Earth, like this mama bear energy is like guiding you, protecting you. So okay. What's 555? 5 is such a weird number.
I'm obsessed with you. I love the way that you see things. It's so different from the way I see things, and you and me in this planet and this realm.
So wait, what's 5? Because 5 is such an oddball.
Is my favorite angel number. It's the one that I see all the time, and let's change. Something new is coming.
Oh,
that
makes sense.
Yeah, 555 change. Like we're ready. We're pivoting now, right? So we've done like the 4.
Okay.
Where you're secure, you're protected, and now it's like you're protected. Go, jump, make the change. Because what do they say? Like when you start getting comfortable, like that's when you need to be like moving.
Don't they say it?
the mysterious they. But I always appreciate 555 because I do feel like change is such a positive thing, and I always think of metamorphosis when I see it, 555. It's like, it's okay.
Okay.
There's safety in change. Change is good. Change is adaptation, but also change is exciting, and change is an offering to something new. So I love 555. I love seeing it.
I like that.
Okay. 666.
Wait, one more thing about 5. Wait, sorry. The 5, I'm thinking about the shape because it's like, it's very union because it's like you have the round bottom, which is kind of like this, you're held by the universe, this mother, and then you go up and then straight. So it's kind of like you're going higher and you're going toward your paths, but it's like this masculine kind of edge and then this round, soft base.
Cute.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Or it's like you're walking at the top of the 5, you're following a direct line, and then whoop, you slip and slide down, but it's like it scoops you up. It's like, you're okay.
Pew! You can't mess up. Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So wait, what's 666?
Okay, so this is something
evil?
that I really wanted. Not evil, because this is the thing, right? So 444 in Chinese numerology is like 444 is like a bad number. Like it's like bad luck. And 666 in like Christianity is like the sign of the devil, you know? So it is funny that there are...
that?
Well, I think there's just different interpretations of different cultures, but that doesn't mean that if you see 444 that it's that interpretation. But I'm curious. I would love to like deep dive into that, where it's like if I go to a Chinese, if I go to China, if I'm like talking to someone in that Chinese culture, are they going to be like, oh, you saw 444? Ooh, bad omen. You know? But it's like, no, it's protection. Yeah. So
it's 555 on my clock right now. Wait, always refer back to number 1 because 1 is your intuition. So if you feel like 444 is cool, then it is.
I agree. So 666, believe it or not, is reflect. So it's like, it's time to wake up and to your higher spiritual truth. So maybe that is like semi-connected, where it's like, reflect on what's going on. It's not the not the devil being like, hey baby, but it's like, are we following the right path? Are we feeling like we need to change? Are you feeling secure in what's going on? Do you need to shake things up? And I think it's nice to have a reflection, because I think a lot of times we've lost that pondering time. We're just like on our phones.
Sorry. That's the same as the devil card in tarot. It's like seems scary, but actually what it means is like kind of like take a pause, reflect. There might be a change that you need to make. Like it's kind of like taking the pause to look at what's going on, because there could,
Okay, well, Jaime, it's like the devil on your shoulder, because, the thing is like the angel and the devil, and they're like talking to you, and they're like, do this, no, do this, but it's like you're reflecting on which one is going to give you like the right path, right? And so, yes, we always assume that the devil's giving us the wrong information, which if we're talking Christianity, he's not great. But like maybe in this situation, it's like they're just two consciousnesses being like, you could do this or do this. Like there's two different paths. So reflect on that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I guess?
Okay. And then refer back to number 1, your intuition.
Oh, your intuition. Exactly.
So it's 777. I like 777. It feels like...
Can you guess what it is?
Heaven. Okay. It also feels like trust in a higher power, because like the 7th dimension or in the 7th realm. So my guess is it has to do with like divine guidance.
Okay.
I mean, they all kind of do, but
we'll take it. So 777 is like luck. Like wonderful things are about to happen.
Oh, that's like blackjack or whatever. Like I've never gambled, but like the slot machine, like 777.
Exactly. So 777 is luck, baby. Wonderful things are about to happen. You are in alignment. Everything is good. Keep going. Like get excited. It's like smile. So it's funny. I don't ever really see 777, but I am curious because obviously I think we can see the ones that are on the clock more. That one I think is one that connects to us quite often. 111, 555.
There's no 77 o'clock.
Please, we have to reset our clocks. But that doesn't mean you can't see them in license plates, house numbers. You know, I just parked at the beach yesterday and I parked in 222. There wasn't 777. I would have parked in that one, but no, it was cute. Okay, so 777 is luck. Wonderful things are about to happen.
Okay.
So what's cool too is like maybe you feel like you need luck, you know, and so you start looking. You start looking for 777 and then maybe you find it and then maybe it's, even people can be like, well, if you're looking for it, it's not a coincidence, like you're searching it out. But it's the same thing with gratitude. The more you think about gratitude,
Yes.
the more you put your attention into it, the more you're going to feel it, the more you're going to have it. So these are just like affirmations to yourself. You're creating your own code. Okay, 888.
Yeah, I agree
I'm
with
excited to hear what you say about this one because my little Jamie. 888 is balance. Everything is falling into place and it's meant to be.
That completely makes sense to me because the shape, like it's the infinity sign. Like it's like the most perfect balanced shape ever.
Yeah.
Except my 8s are a little bit, the top is skinnier than the bottom. I like that.
That's okay. Yeah. Balance. It's good. Everything, because that's the thing, right? If the infinity doesn't end. So it's like, oh, we're going up, we're going out, now we're going down. Oh, we're going back up, now we're going down. Balance is happening. That's okay. We're allowed both. We need both. Otherwise, it's just flatlining. Release is 999. 999. Release. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you.
I'm realizing how much the tarot, because like they're numbered, you know, and it was made like during Hermeticism, so like a little bit after Egypt. Nope, at the same freaking time. I don't know, but I'm like seeing how the numbers are really follow the journey, because 9 is like 10 is like fulfillment, and 9 is this like moment where you're like about to reach the final destination as well. So I don't know. It's just I'm seeing it.
I wish I was in your brain and I could look at your screen.
There's a lot of pictures. I feel like you do too, but I think in pictures, so sometimes it's like hard to like describe because I'm like blah blah.
No, that's your own.
I'm watching a scene.
Beautiful code. It's so good. 999 release. So I'm so curious for those of you that are listening, which one you guys see the most. If there's one that really connected to you, hearing about them, and maybe there's one that you're like, I never see this one. I'm gonna see if I can start like seeing it and bringing that information and that energy into my life. You know, I think that would be a really cool, not even like test of your intuition, but like a tune in, right? A tune in.
Yeah, good way to put it.
Yeah, so the universe is always speaking to us. It's just up to us to remember to wake up and to look up from our phones and to really like connect back in. We are constantly distracted, and I think little messages like this are helping us and remind us to tune back in, which we need.
Amen.
Yeah. It doesn't have to, it's not that serious, but maybe it changes the way that your whole day is interpreted. Maybe it gives you a little bit of a glimmer of hope that you needed for the day. So to me, it's even more than just, oh, cute, 111. It's like, okay, I'm seen, I'm protected, I'm hugged, always. But Jamie, I want to hear about your 4747 really quickly.
Oh, okay. So 4 is the earth plane, so earth 4 directions. 7 is the heaven plane, so 4 and 7 coming together to me is like the divine consciousness like merging into union, and when you add those numbers up together it makes 11, and 11 to me is this divine, like it's kind of the first repeating number because it's 1 and 1. And if you kind of standing as 2 pillars, so it's this divine union to me, and it's like this mirrored number. So it reminds me that like this is heaven on earth if I see it, I choose to see it, and that like I'm being guided, and that it's all sort of a mirror of my reality. And like yesterday I had a journey with my husband, and are we allowed to talk about psychedelics? I did them for the first time in a very long time, same with him. And it was really like a lot. It was supposed to be a small amount, and it was not a small amount.
Oh no.
And it was scary actually for a little while there. And then we like made it through, and we went down to this river, and we're like going home now, just walking home over this bridge, which always feels significant because we crossed the bridge to start the journey, and we were crossing the bridge to get back to our home. And it was like 3 license plates in a row. It was like 4747E47, and there was another one right behind it that was like 4747, and there was like a sign on the road that said like 47, and I was like, and even my husband was like, and he's like very logical, but also like totally beautiful spiritual side too, but he just doesn't see things as like as fairy as I do, which is good because he grounds me. But even he was like, it's a sign from the universe. And I'm like, okay, like we made it, like we had this beautiful journey together. And yeah, it was just like so perfect. And then we like kind of continued home and kind of kept seeing all these like 222, 111. And even the trash, we were like walking up the hill from where we were, and it was like, unfortunately, trash on this hill, but it was like 2 perfect squares. And they were all these euros amounts, and the top of it was $500,000. And then there was another one that was a head that also said $500,000. And then there's 2 other pieces of trash at the bottom of the hill, and it said just the word salute. And then another one at the top that said salute. And we were like, you could just think that that's nothing, or you can see that like the universe, after this huge journey, and for us it was about kind of like what's next for us, like how to kind of flourish and be abundant, and because we're both very charitable and we have these big dreams to help the world, and we don't have the like financial means yet. And we had this whole conversation coming down off shrooms talking about that. Oh, white butterfly, that's my other sign I talked about. And then it was like, even though it was trash, it was still the universe being like, here's money, here's a portal, say hello to like what's next. So it's its own language, and you can write it off if you want to, but how much more magical is life when you don't write it off? So
that's the thing.
That's a little story.
Yeah, I love that. Look at you guys. I did say your beautiful story of you like sitting on a rock like in the river, and I was like, and then you saw like sparkles on the water, and you're like, I love sparkles, and I was like, yes,
I do love sparkles.
She's just, yeah, that is so magical. How fun. I know, I think it's like, there's room for logic always, but isn't life like so fabulous when it's a little less logical and a little bit more fairy? I think,
yes,
there's so much more to smile about, and there's so much more to interpret, and so much more conversation than just logic. Shut it, close the door.
Yes.
It's like when you have the spiritual side open, there's just a crack in the door, and some people have the door wide open, and that's fine too. But when you allow for other things to like flow in, I think it allows for just so much more energetic magic to free flow into you, and for you to like pour into others as well. I don't know.
Yeah, and I get the argument of like ignorance is bliss, and it's like privilege to just be joyful, yes. But on an actual science level, as many moments that you can be grateful and joyful in the middle of chaos, because there's going to be bad days and there's going to be freaking wars. Technically speaking, like using the logical mind, your energy, which is the ones and the zeros in the matrix, you are calling in more of that 7th dimension, and you're vibrating higher, and it is contagious. So when you are standing in line at the grocery store, like my husband the other day was having anxiety and he didn't want to talk about it, and I was like I was in a silly freaking mood, and he was like, I just need to be near you because you're vibrating higher than I am right now. Aww. And it's true, like it is contagious. So by being joyful and happy, you're uplifting the whole of humanity to also make the world a better place. And so if you do have the privilege in the moment to choose to be joyful, then you can look at it as like, oh, well, you're an ignorant piece of shit, or you can look at it as like you have a responsibility if you have the privilege to not be suffering and hungry and having bombs dropped off of you. Like, the least you could do, in my opinion, is
appreciate,
be grateful.
enjoy. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think that's true. And we say vibrate higher, but it is like the molecules in your body are happier. Your dopamine is happier. Your brain is happier. Like, actually things physically are happening inside of your body, and you can sense energy. And energy is not this just like woo-woo thing. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's one of the like founding rules to the universe.
Yes.
And so,
and
yeah,
Einstein, I just learned, like, that guy he was very spiritual. I think a lot of people that are learning like metaphysical and physical sciences, like the more quantum you get, the more spiritual, because it's like, okay, here's the freaking God particle. We're just gonna deny that there's a creator. But literally Einstein came up with E equals MC squared, the thing that changed the freaking course of science forever. He was napping. And in his dream, he went on this like psychedelic journey and like woke up and like understood the universe.
Yeah.
With a download.
Yeah.
Yes. And like, yeah. So it's just, to me, it's like
that's
funny
what we
that
forget,
like,
right, Jamie? It's like when we sleep, that is when we connect to so many other realms. And it's like we think that we have to be hustling in the physical, and we have to be producing, and we have to be working, we have to be making money. But it's like, because that's why people think the work happens is in the physical realm. But when you sleep, your body repairs. When you sleep, you get to connect deeper. When you sleep, you get to see all of those hidden signs that you ignored throughout the day. Like, your dreams are telling you things, and not only are they your dreams, but you can talk to people. Like, you can, what is it called when you astral plane? What is it?
Astral project.
Yes, you astral project to other entire parallel universes. Anyway, this was supposed to be a mini episode. It's been 30 minutes.
Oopsie. Well, I mean, Carl Jung too. Like, there are like in the Carl Jung in the archetype psychology, like there are actual patterns to your dreamscape. Like, you will see the crone, you will see the maiden, you will, so it is the universe actually gifting you this language that is actually understandable, but you have to understand it. Like, so we have obviously so much more to say about this topic, but
There's
for now,
so many.
Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you. Is that good? What do you think? Should we end?
Yeah.
Let's end. Check your
fingers
phone.
crossed right now.
I didn't even see you the whole time. It was just.
It worked.
Oh, fuck. No, because the way that you say guru, you're always like guru. And I'm like guru.